Tell me about this lawsuit. And by the way, did you know who was blacklisting you? Because I went through a lot of the Twitter files, and I mean, Jay, sometimes it was like crazy. There was like 7 different branches of government trying to censor people, from the FBI to the CIA to the Senate subcommittee to someone maybe in the White House. Like literally they were getting barraged by all these different groups with either overtly or covertly saying, can you please stop this from happening? I mean, again, that's shocking in itself. But for you, did you ever find out who was quieting you down? And then, yeah, I'd love to know the details of the lawsuit.
So the lawsuit was initiated by the Missouri and Louisiana Attorney General's office. There had already been, the Twitter files already had happened. This was in late 2022, August or September 2022. The Twitter files had already happened, and there was a strong suspicion on my part and others that these social media companies were not acting alone. Like they didn't just decide to censor Brian Rose, they had imposed policies where you were entrapped, where I was entrapped. But that wasn't just like because in their business interest, why would they want to censor you or me? It makes no sense. Yeah. They brought this lawsuit against the Biden administration in order to read the emails of communications between the Biden administration and the social media companies. The judge in that case allowed us to do discovery, which means that we got to put under oath Tony Fauci. We got to put under oath people from a dozen federal agencies, including the FBI, including the Surgeon General's office, the CDC, Health and Human Services, the White House itself. And we have to read their emails, communications with the social media companies. And it turns out, this is the State Department, it turns out that there's a vast enterprise of the US federal government aimed at controlling speech on social media, at telling social media companies, and we have emails directly from the deputy director of policy in the White House, this guy named Rob Flaherty, to social media companies threatening them. They're saying, look, if you don't take this idea off, if you don't change your policies to deboost this kind of speech or censor these people, we're going to go after you with regulatory action. Right? They were directly, explicitly threatening, and I think before they were implicitly threatening. Right? You have a government that says there's this dangerous misinformation floating around. It's really irresponsible if you were to publish it. Social media companies see what's happening. They're not dumb. They say, okay, well, if we do this, we could face all kinds of attacks. It's not a free market. There's a political angle to the social media that's really, really important part of the market. And that's what we found. So this now you asked me personally, was I censored? Why was I censored? So we still don't have a smoking gun email from who put me on that, ordered that blacklist, but it must have been someone in the government. Like, why would the day I joined Twitter decide to put me on a blacklist? All I did was post a link to the Great Barrington Declaration. That was my first or second tweet. I'm at a lot. I mean, I hopefully the smoking gun email pops up, but I do know is that the policies that they put in place were designed to ensnare me and you and people like us who are saying things that they didn't like on COVID policy.
Wow, I'm so glad you're going ahead with this lawsuit. And you said that there was evidence that the CDC conducted these kind of BOLO or be on the lookout meetings where they were sharing what they believe was misinformation with social media firms, and that Facebook had granted the CDC like $15 million in credit so they could promote vaccines and social distancing. And like, you've uncovered quite a few things in this lawsuit.
Oh, I mean, it touched every single aspect of American society. Like, there was governments, there was private industry through the social media companies. There was also universities, right? The U.S. government gave grants to Stanford, group inside Stanford, group inside the University of Washington, to something called the Stanford Internet Observatory, the Virality Project, to analyze social media posts and use the information. And then what do they do with that information? They essentially inform the government, these are the bad guys. These are the ideas that are spreading. Here's what's happening. And it was on the basis of that information derived by university, researchers that this vast censorship regime actually occurred. Like they provided the targets for which the government then used to censor people with.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?